This is Thomas Beal with the Jack 10 suited.
What? All right. Yeah.
Beal, the German professional.
No emotion.
He's going to call. So two players to the flop now, Ivy and Beal.
Just waiting to see how long it'll take it.
And the 9-8-4, a couple of clubs on the flop.
Beal checks the open-ended straight draw. Phil Ivey auto bets.
Yes. He's going to bet 5,000. And Beal pushes all in.
Classic semi-bluff. Right now, Beal has but a jack high. He's got a great draw, and it works.
Ivy throws it away, and Beal will pick up a nice little pot. So Phil Ivey just can't seem to get the engine started today. We'll see if he can rev it up when we come back to the Aussie Millions Poker Championship. Welcome back to the beautiful Crown Melbourne and the Aussie Millions Poker Championship. One of the featured properties of the Crown Entertainment Complex is the stylish and thoroughly modern Crown Promenade Hotel. Enjoy spacious rooms with fantastic views, eat and drink in style at the Tonic Bar and Mesh Restaurant, and relax at the state-of-the-art leisure facility, The Deck, featuring an indoor pool, 2 outdoor deck areas, steam rooms, and a gymnasium. Enjoy your stay at Melbourne's award-winning Crown Promenade Hotel.
Beautiful property, which we look forward to going to every year.
In a beautiful city. And a great event, the Aussie Millions. Action beginning here on Gareth Teedham with the Jack 4 suited, and he'll throw that away. Duncan Godfrey likewise will fold, so too will Phil Ivey. And Peter Ling. Now Andy Black with a 3-4. And he is going to raise it to 3,400. Michael Wolff folds. Gary Chappell as well. Thomas Beal now with the 9-8 suited.
He'll get a 1,200 chip discount from the big blind.
Another King 8 special.
Beal flashing that World Series of Poker bracelet, something for all his accomplishments Andy Black does not have.
Beal makes the call.
That means you've got at least King 8.
First time all day, Andy Black has not been right on his prognostications.
6-7 deuce on the flop.
Man, this is an action flop. Black has a flush draw and an inside straight draw. Beal has an up and down open-ended straight draw.
And a check from Beal.
All in.
There's some action.
Wow. Black going all in. He's got Beal covered.
You see the on-screen odds, 50-50, but Beal doesn't know that. He looks at his hand and says, man, I've only got a 9 high.
I'm glad I don't have a decision.
Oh, man.
Bet you wish you'd bet it.
No. I wish you would have bet smaller.
All right, okay.
So that I can check raise all in.
And he folds it.
You can look at either of these two cards.
Black giving a little free information.
Yeah.
Well, Black will win 9,000 on that hand.
I'm pretty sure you're flushing. You did the same thing against my German mate on day one.
Right, but they're not flush draw, yeah. It's 10 of clubs and 8 pair of kings. Yeah, I was a bit unlucky. I was on a roll at that particular point in the tournament.
Well, speaking of being on a roll, we're going to roll downstairs in the poker room here. John Jawanda is all in with pocket aces against Eric Rensink, suited Big Slick.
Rensink is facing the one hand he didn't want to see.
And here is the flop. 10-6 deuce on the flop, a rainbow.
Now Rensink needs running kings or running cards for a straight.
The turn is a 6 of hearts, so Rensink now drawing dead.
Thereby guaranteeing John Jawanda the win and just enough ammunition to get back in this tournament.
32,400 he wins there. Meanwhile, the professor's taken a bit of a hit to his stack since last we checked in on him. He's now involved in a hand against Amnon Filippi. Filippi raising 5,500 after the river. Howard now very low on chips, and he'll fold. Filippi raking in a small pot, and Howard is going to have to turn things around quickly and drastically if he expects to win a second title here at the Crown this week. You can see his chip count now just 22,500. Over table 6, Mike Matusow has just won a pot by catching yet another card on the river.
And I'm moving on up to the top. How many times are you going to suck out in this tournament, man? I really brought my A game today. I mean, I don't understand why I'm playing like a complete toilet today.
Well, since the toilet's flush in the opposite direction here, maybe that means Mike has a chance this week. We're coming right back.
I love this country. Cards aren't rigged in Australia.
Welcome back to the FullTiltPoker.net Aussie Millions Poker Championship. Barry Tompkins, Michael Koenig alongside. We're looking at the crowded poker room here at the Crown Melbourne. But it's not quite as crowded as it was when this tournament began. The once-record field has now been whittled down to less than 200. And Con Angelakis remains our chip leader with more than 430,000 chips. Let's take a look at the current chip counts at the feature table. Peter Ling remaining the big stack there with just over 226,000 chips. And the surprise, Phil Ivey down near the bottom of the board.
Peter Ling didn't tell his mother he would be playing in the Aussie Millions. If he continues to dominate, he'll have some delightful explaining to do.
I'm glad I didn't knock you out now, so I'm enjoying you being here.
First action here on Gary Chappell, and he will fold. Thomas Beal with a 7-6, and he'll throw that away as well. Tatum also folds. So does Godfrey. Now Phil Ivey.
Hello.
Pocket aces for Ivey. He's going to raise to 3,500. Peter Ling folds. Andy Black folds. And Michael Wolf going to think about the 7-5.
He's in the small blind. He'll have a small discount. Nope. He folds, and Ivey picks up the blinds and antes. Given his short stack, I'm sure he hoped to get more value out of the aces than that.
So everyone enjoying their time here in Australia?
Well, maybe not everyone at the moment, but as we head back down to the packed poker room floor, more and more players obviously seem to be enjoying their time here in Australia. The field of 780 and the grand prize of $1.65 million are records for this event, which has clearly emerged as a force on the world poker scene.
The Aussie Millions is one of the biggest poker tournaments in the world.
Well, I mean, it's a great event. This is a great venue, great hosts. Australia, definitely one of the hotbeds of poker.
It's in my hometown, in my hometown casino. Because I've seen the Aussie Millions grow from its inception, it's kind of like, I feel like it's one of my children. It's amazing.
It was a strategic plan with 5 years to take it from about 120 to over 700, and I think we've achieved that pretty much on target.
Yeah, it's one of the places I look forward to going. I don't do as much traveling as I used to, so I'm definitely looking forward to coming down here.
I mean, the fact that they finally got my ass over here when I have 4 kids, and I was willing to, fly 14 hours to do that, shows you it must be a really big event.
In 1997, when the Aussie Millions was born, there were 74 players at the main event. Flash forward a decade, and the tournament is now 10 times the size.